No idea what this thing's doing. I've been trying to join for like 10 minutes now. All right. That was ridiculous. I don't know what the hell that was all about. So today I wanted to just get on here real briefly, see if people had comments, questions, whatever. I'm probably not going to be on here for very long. And I think these live streams, as the weather gets nicer, I think I'm going to kind of tail back on them just because, people are actually doing things. So how long have you been on your current phase of your weight loss journey? I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with it. I just eat the food. When you're not doing the exercise, it doesn't seem to go that well for me. So yeah. It really, if for me anyway, some people I know don't have to do this, but for me and some other people that I know, if exercise isn't involved, we just don't lose weight. I don't know what causes that. Some people, a lot of actually people that I know, they lost weight just fine, just doing the diet, whether it's McDougall style, whether it's Barnard style, whether it's Durian Rider, whatever it is. So they lost the weight just fine. So, but for me and a lot of other people, I don't know, maybe it has something to do with insulin. I have no idea. But we all have to exercise. So to answer your question, I really have only been exercising consistently for like a month, not even a month now, like 3 weeks. I think weight's coming off. No idea. I don't really like to weigh myself. I think that creates a lot of angst and just isn't good. Do you think weight loss is harder for you because you've been anabolic because of building strength and muscle for so long? Yeah. People I know who go bodybuild have a much harder time losing weight if there's somebody already who had trouble losing weight. It just is the way it is. I don't know why it's that way. My buddies are like that. Um, but people I talk to are like in the back in the DMs and stuff. Anybody who has kind of a weightlifting background notices that weight coming off is a lot harder to do. I think it's just because we're so programmed to be anabolic. If you're anabolic, like I had rides here. There's a trainer right over here. I've had rides on my trainer. My legs got so big from the ride on the trainer that I couldn't even fit them in my shorts. I was going out to DoorDash afterwards. I couldn't even fit my legs in my shorts anymore. I had to find another pair of shorts that I could actually get in. So it's just when you're anabolic, and it's just really hard to get out of that phase. It took me all the times that I've lost weight, it's taken me a long time. I did a couch to 5K one time. I did, I did what was it? It was some kind of program with trampolines on the cellar sizer, but it's always taken me a really long time to get in that catabolic phase. Now, somebody who's already catabolic, um, it really shouldn't take you as long to lose weight. It's just kind of annoying, but that's just is the way it is. Because I was 68 kilograms only doing cardio. Now I went back to working out in the gym and boom, 4 kilograms went back up, still doing the same diet wise. Yeah. Well, you're built one way or the other. There's three different body types. There's what ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. I'm more of a mesomorph. Mesomorph actually have a really good propensity for putting on fat. I know I mention this guy all the time, but my chiropractor, he used to be like, "Man, you are the most mesomorphic person I've ever had in here." And I said, "Well, I'm kind of endomorph too." And he's like, "I don't know." He's because he could, he was adjusting me so he could feel the musculature. But we do have a proponent for being uh easily able to put on muscle mass, but also the fat comes with it, but nothing wants to come off. I mean, look, in I haven't lifted consistently in it was before the surgery, obviously. I haven't lifted consistently probably since 2018. and the muscle just doesn't go anywhere. You know, if you're mesomorph, if you're an ectomorph, you're not even watching this video. If you're an endomorph, you're kind of like just skinny fat sometimes, or just fat. If you're a mesomorph, you have a lot of musculature, but it doesn't want to let go of anything because you're just very anabolic, which is weird because my my serum testosterone is usually really low, but my free testosterone is usually like high and off the charts. You know, so my IGF-1 is usually kind of high. When you've got that kind of combination, it's just like Durian Rider made a video like 3 days ago. He was wearing like a yellow shirt. He came off most of his testosterone, and he lost like what did he say, like 7 or 8 kilograms in like a couple of weeks. I think it was 18.3 pounds he lost in a couple of weeks. That's just not me. This is not me. And if you're somebody watching this and you're somebody that lifted or has a very good ability to put on mass, you're always anabolic, and it's very hard to get out of that phase. Like, it takes me for I have to thrash myself. I have to thrash myself to get out of it. I mean, you know, I have to ride like crazy amount of miles or something like that. But then if I stop doing that, the goal of this whole journey is to figure out how to get out of that without also having to ride 250 miles a week. Like, I don't want to do that. It's just not my, like, I just don't want to do that. Right. If you guys, whoever's watching, could hit the like button so it sends it out to people. I'm going to stay on for like a half hour and then I'm going to peace out. I've had such a long day already. What is the best metric for ideal weight BMI, waist to hip ratio, or something else? Honestly, I don't really prescribe to any of that. I just prescribe to where are you happy with where you're at? Because not everybody wants to look like the Durian Rider or Natasha or whoever else of the world. Not everybody wants to look, you know, for me, I just want to get some of the rest of the weight off. I probably won't lift again. I have no idea. But if I did, if I went back and lifted, I don't know if I would get the weight off. I just don't know if I would. That's just, you know, like I always mention my chiropractor because he was like the best person for this I've ever had. Um, because he found when he first found me, I was lifting a lot, and it just happened to be that his chiropractor office was within the gym that I was lifting at. And he's like, "You're a freak of nature." He's like, "But if you want to get the weight off," he's like, "you're gonna have to stop lifting altogether." And I did. I listened to him. He's like, "I don't think you're gonna listen to me," because he knew how much I liked lifting. But I finally listened to him, and yeah, that was the summer that the weight was coming off effortlessly. But it did take me a while to get there because I had to become catabolic. Have I had a cavity since starting high carb? I've never had a cavity. That's insane. Yeah, it feels like cardio is needed. I can't get anywhere without cardio. It just doesn't happen. And like I said, I know people who don't do cardio at all. They just do like the Durian Rider protocols and they're fine. If you want to get single digit body fat, should I cut down on my calories? No. No, no, no. You blow up like a balloon. Who does? Me? Yeah, I'm just so anabolic. It's just so crazy. Like, I mean, who goes for a bike ride and their legs are so big at the end of the bike ride they can't even fit them in shorts? If I overeat, I honestly don't believe that. Like, the body is not stupid. I don't believe in this overeating thing unless you aren't following the right macronutrients. You know, the people say that you can do it on smoothies. Like, It I don't see how that's possible. You know, I've talked to I mean, there's so many people that have come and gone on this channel, but I've talked to so many people over this last year or so that I've had this channel. And even people who had kids, like, give them smoothies and they'll just stop at some point because, you know, your body knows what kind of satiation that you need to be, and once you're there, like, everything that you're eating looks terrible. So, I don't know. You know, I keep this book here, this Neil Barnard. They did an experiment where they brought, people into some kinda lab or some I forget what exactly it was. I think they brought him in and they told him exactly what to eat, and they showed him how to cook it and everything like that. And these people were told not to count calories, not to do anything else like that, just eat. And it just turned out that these people were gorging themselves, but their calories were actually less intake than the calories that they were eating prior to being on this experiment. So if you if you do the high carb, low fat, you're naturally going to eat less calories, but I wouldn't count calories. Yeah, but I'm stupid. I sometimes don't listen to my body cues and still eat. And boom, my digestion gets worse and get bloated for hours. I mean, you can get bloated either way. If you remember, I don't know if people saw Freely videos back in the day. She used to talk about her, melon belly or whatever. I mean, she would get bloated from how much she ate, and look, she had really good uh, results. I'm not a huge proponent of this whole watch how much you eat, but to each their own. It doesn't make sense to me. Why would you still be hungry? You know? Hey, what's the most comfortable walking shoes from Zero? Just regular walking shoes, either the Hana or that new Prio, the Neo Prio, I think it's called. I actually meant to do an interview or not a review about those Neo Prios. Those things are sweet. I wouldn't even buy the Prio anymore. Those Neo Prios, I think that's what they're called, are just I actually almost didn't buy them, and I'm glad I did because those things are just incredible. I think because of going through cancer, my body is a lot more sensitive. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. Well, back to the Zero shoes. Hana, I have on my fingers are purple. Either the Hana or the Neo Prio. Now, if you're going to be running the HFS, they just created another one. I forget the Helen or Thelen or something. I don't have those because I'm not really a runner. I don't know where the hell this ink came from. But yeah, I don't know if anybody else is kind of on the East Coast here, but the weather's been absolutely insane, crazy. Like it's so nice, just so good lately. Oh man, I think that came from back down there. I don't even know what this is. I used to have a really big printer in here. I hope this isn't printer ink because that stains everything. I sometimes can't tell if I'm eating potatoes or fruit from boredom or because I need the calories. Potatoes and fruit aren't stimulating. The only time that you really overeat on stuff is food that's stimulating. Stimulating like Taco Bell or Doritos or uh whatever other kind of food. Who goes around like, man, I'm really craving a banana right now. You know, this is non-stimulating food. The food that we are meant to eat is non-stimulating food. Weather is so nice here in Jersey. I was just outside for 3 hours. Yeah, I was outside all day, which is why I'm kinda tired. But yeah, went and rode bike. The psycho drivers anymore though, man. I don't know about riding as much as I used to. I mean, these people, I almost got hit. I went on a 45-minute ride. I almost got hit twice, and then I had another lady honking behind me, mad at me because I moved over. It was a side street too. I moved over so I didn't hit the parked car in front of me. I'm like, this is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I was started shouting at her. She was shouting at me. It was a hot mess. New Jersey. Yeah, I used to live so close to Jersey. I never really did much in Jersey though. I didn't feel like paying taxes. And the cops there are nuts. But the Ocean City's not bad. Another one too. Bradley Beach. Bradley Beach was pretty sweet too. Although they tried to charge me to get on the beach, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm not paying to go on a beach. I mean, this thing is free. You're not charging me to go on the beach. beach. So I just hopped under the fence and I just went in there. So ridiculous. Jersey is the most ridiculous state. Uh, Las Las Vegas has the highest hit and run stats. Don't walk in Las Vegas. I can imagine. They're giving out those free drinks at all the casinos and everything. Everybody's drunk. Some beaches do that here in Jersey. Charge the only one that I know that didn't was the one the one with the casinos. Can't think of the name of it. But I never went there. Ocean no. Forget what the hell the name of it was. That's the one thing I hated about Philly. Like you had to go to Jersey to go to a beach. Like that's ridiculous. That's why I moved back here. My backyard's a beach. I can't I'm not driving an hour and a half just to see some water. And I hate the ocean. I don't like salt water. So I was happy to leave. Yeah, force feeding, great gym bro technique. Force feeding. I don't know. I mean, but they always tell you to do that. Like if you watch I forget what his name is, the starting strength guy, Mark Ripito. He's always telling people to drink an entire gallon of whole fat milk. I mean, that's a whole lot. Or like, donuts or something like that. He's not telling you to go force feed yourself on potatoes or something like that. That's a completely different thing. So, yeah, it's a different animal. Try 4 whole fat milk. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he literally tells everybody to buy 7 gallons of whole fat milk and drink 1 a day on his starting strength. I mean, I like some of his message, but that message is absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't even have done that back in the day when I had that stuff. I never really liked milk all that much anyways, though. I didn't like the phlegm, but I did like, some of the muscle milk and some of them. The one was flavored by like root beer. That was absolutely incredible. But other than that, when I think back on them days, no wonder I couldn't lose weight. Some of the stuff I was eating, and it's crazy too because I had buddies that lifted with me, and they could eat 13 donuts, go to like a Mexican restaurant, polish that off with a pizza, have an entire bag of peanut butter M&Ms afterwards, and somehow be shredded from that. It's like it was hard to watch, but I was always stronger than them, so I at least had that going for me. I just called myself it's the power lifter, right? If you're too fat when you're lifting, you just say, "Oh, I'm just a power lifter," or "I'm just a lifter." I don't care about that other stuff. I mean, everybody does, right? You know, if you're lifting, it's likely for vanity. So you do care that you're the fat guy in the group, but you can outlift anybody. So I guess there's a trade-off. Somebody asked me to answer the question, which is why I made the title the way I did. Which is better, potatoes or bananas? And I 100% have to say that it's going to be potatoes, just because you can't get all the nutrients that you need out of bananas. But I think if you were going to do a weight loss, you might find that you lose weight better on bananas, but you're gonna have to add something in it. So if you're somebody that wants to do that mono life, you're gonna have to do potatoes, but I would think bananas would be better in the long run. What was my best squat, dead, and bench? My best squat was around 805. I mean, they weren't like regulated weights. I mean, it was at a regular gym. They weren't regulated weights. So I like around 805. My best deadlift ever was like 850 or somewhere in there, somewhere in that range. My best bench was like 405. I was never interested in the bench. My chest was already big enough as it was, and I didn't want it any bigger. So I just I didn't care about the bench at all. It wasn't my thing. I didn't care about overhead press. I didn't care about any of that. I didn't really care about I don't know. I could literally just go to a gym, do squats and leave, or like do deadlifts and leave. I don't believe in this whole working out body parts. It's not possible. It's like you just detach a body part and somehow are able to work it out. It just sounds stupid. It just the whole idea is stupid. You can't do like bicep and back day. It's not possible. Like there's other muscles attached to it. So I would rather just work out the entire body. If you really feel like doing supplementary work, maybe I would. The only supplementary work that I would ever do is a glute ham raise. Like I said, if your gym doesn't have a glute ham raise, and I know I've said this in other videos before, your gym is garbage. Find another one. It cracks me up, and then you go and ask like the person who runs the gym. I'm like, "Do you have a glute ham raise?" And they're like, "No," and they don't even know what it is. As soon as they don't know what it is, I leave. I got a 675 by 7 on the squat, 6 or 595 by 6 on the dead. Your deads are less than your squat? And 4 or 5 in the bench for 1. I hated bench. I did that at 232. I've never seen that. You must have short femurs. That's the only thing I can think. You must have short femurs. I actually have short femurs myself. That's like the people who can squat the most have short femurs. If you got long femur bones, most of the time you're not gonna hit the squat very well. Well, that's crazy. Did you not like the deadlift? Squat was a good lift for me. You probably have. Have you ever had your leg bones measured? I've had mine measured. I know my femurs. I have like my femur and my tib fib are like 50-50. Can't believe I got this ink all over my hand. So that's really good for squatting. If you got long femurs, it's not good. You'd be better off doing deadlift. Never had them measured. No. I mean, most people, you can tell if you see yourself in the mirror. And so people who have long femurs have these like fairly short calves. And if you don't, like it's 50-50, like a 50-50 plate. But yeah. All right. Any more questions? I think I'm going to be peacing out of here soon. It's nice and I want to get out. Anything? No. All right. I think I'm going to get heading out of here. It's just too nice. I had a feeling people weren't going to. Why don't I eat too much bread or eat much bread? Just don't, you know, not a huge I mean, I don't hate it. I just don't. I don't have anything against it. All right. I think I'm gonna get heading out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do. But I'll probably do a Tuesday at 7:15. Thoughts on vegan sushi? I make it myself. I don't really do anything fancy. It's all right. What sauces do I like for rice? Sometimes I make my own sweet and sour. Sometimes I buy sweet and sour. That Japanese barbecue sauce that I show once in a while, that stuff's amazing. Uh, soy sauce. Do you like any store-bought, salad dressings? I don't really buy salad dressings, like, ever. Just make them. If you got a blender, just make them yourself. Ryan, do you seller size every day? Thoughts on calorie burning potential compared to cycling? You're gonna burn more calories on the seller size than you will cycling. Um, but as far as cardiovascular strength, I it's not gonna improve it as much as cycling would. Have you noticed how do I every day? I get on there at least for 2 minutes every day, but, other than that, I don't always bounce every day. A lot of the times I'll do 10 minutes. Have you noticed some fruits seem to cause slower fat loss? Durian, and technically avocado's a fruit. Um, I'm not a fan of jackfruit. I like the way it tastes, but it doesn't digest well for me. Do you drink do you drink water before bed or do you stop a few? No, I actually drink a liter of water. If you're a dude and you drink a, a liter of water before bed, you'll notice the morning glory every morning. So there's a tip for you. I don't really I just keep a like a gallon, like a wide mouth gallon. I don't go down to the bathroom. I just piss in that and just go back to bed. What sauces do you put on pasta? I usually just make I always look off to the left. Sorry. I make diced tomato, tomato sauce, tomato paste, and I mix that in. What I usually do is I'll just boil the pasta, put it in a colander, and then just put the sauce and the paste in there. Make a good sauce. If you want to put seasonings in it, and then dump the pasta back in, kind of just flip it in the sauce, and just call it a day. Just warm it up a little bit. But that's it. I'm pretty simple with that kind of stuff. If you have a Whole Foods, they have a fat-free marinara that's really good. I have like 5 jars of that almost all times. This really sucks. You see that purple? That really sucks. It's a magenta. I guarantee it's from a printer. It sucks. All right. I think I'm gonna peace out. Any more questions? I said I would give it to 30 minutes, so we're getting close. So always tomato and never some type of vegan cheese sauce or hummus or that sounds terrible. I don't know what vegan cheese sausage you would even make that wasn't really high in fat. Hummus and pasta? Mm-mm. That look good. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I actually kind of like flip my I kind of like when I read that. I vegan cheese sauce, no. Hummus. I'll make my own hummus, but I certainly wouldn't have it with pasta. How much rice do you eat in a day? Just an idea. I don't eat rice every day. Um, when I do have rice, it's usually 2 to 3 dry cups just cooked in the rice cooker. Uh, nothing nothing extraordinarily high. Hummus is actually good on pasta, but I get why you reacted. It sounds weird. Yeah, that sounds terrible. I mean, is it like watered down hummus? I'm not gonna try it. I don't even know why I'm at. I guess for other people's entertainment, if you want to answer that, I know I'm just not going to. Just like my dad likes peanut butter and relish sandwiches. I'm just not gonna I'm just not gonna do it. One of my favorite sandwiches though used to be peanut butter and fluff, like the marshmallows. I'd have those after workouts sometimes, especially on like heavy squat days. Alrighty. Hummus is a great salad dressing. Yeah, it's a good salad dressing. I wouldn't want it on pasta. But yeah, for salad, matter of fact, there's this Mediterranean restaurant that I used to go to, and they have this salad. It's got hummus and a bunch of other stuff. It's vegan, but it's pretty high fat. Sunflower seed, garlic, and roasted red pepper hummus on pasta is good. That's a lot. Do you make it yourself, or is this something that you buy? And I've never even or no, sunflower seed I've never even seen sunflower seed hummus. No, it's not my thing. Do you think keto causes low testosterone? 100%. I hear to eat more fat to raise such a stupid statement. Oh, you're not gonna raise your testosterone by eating more fat. I hear to eat more fat to raise testosterone, but without luteinizing hormone, it would just lead to excess. Yeah. So I can't believe some of this stuff that flies. If you go to, what is it, Haidut, HAIDUT.me. That's the Georgie's blog website, whatever you want to call it. He's got so many things on there to go read about the testosterone. Seed cycling balances hormones. I'm just not into the seed thing. When you used to grow fruit, did you spray it? No, I don't spray anything. I just go out there with a shotgun if there's something that crows or something like that. If it's complicated, it must be right. Every keto artist ever. Yeah. Fluff. That stuff is so good, man. There's got to be a vegan version of it. Those used to be my favorite sandwiches. I wonder if with that, because I never really like peanut butter all that much, but the fluff, man, I would put that on there like crazy. I it's got to be pretty. I mean, because it's just glucose and a couple other things. It can't be that hard to make vegan. Yeah, I'm gonna start endorsing fluff sandwiches. But I don't think it's vegan. I don't think it's vegan. All right, all right. I gotta get moving here. I don't even know what time it is. Gotta be 4 o'clock. Yeah, 4:12. Never had fluff. It's just marshmallow in a tub. That's all it is. It's the same ingredients that you make marshmallow out of in a tub, and it's spreadable. So you put it on your sandwich. All right. I've said this like 3 times now. I'm gonna be heading out. If you're watching this now or after the fact, let me know down in the comment section if you still want me to do these live streams. With the weather getting better, I think people are probably gonna be doing stuff outside, so I don't want to be on here if people want to be outside. But that's it. Thanks for watching. You're late to the party, man. All right, I gotta get going. I gotta be on the other side of town soon. If I can find my mouse, that would be even better. Definitely to do live streams. All right, I'll keep seeing how they go. But anyway, peace with my magenta fingers, and I will talk to you in the next one.